So welcome to the digital pen and paper movie. This is a digital pen and what I'm doing is just undocking it from its USB holder and showing you that in the end is an ordinary ink biro, a special camera that can read some dots and some connecting pins. So from our visual MPI software we can first of all show you the balloon drawing that we've created in Visual Fair. So I'm taking an action and running up the Visual Fair software. You'll notice that everything's orange on the ballooned markup. That's because all the requirements have been set. So when I double click on one of these requirements, you'll see that I've got the upper and lower already in there. If I just delete that out, I can quickly demonstrate how we captured that information in the first place using optical character recognition. So you can see there I've captured the upper and lower and I'm pasting the information in, and I can click save and close. We can also switch the colour coding off. Obviously if I was going to give that to somebody on the shop floor, I wouldn't want it colour coded. Obviously for a full Visual Fair demo, watch that demo in its entirety. But that's how I set the requirements in the first place. Now I'm going to go back into MPI and I'm going to run the digital pen and paper software. So here we are back in the MPI, New Product Introduction app, and I've got Import Digital Pen and Paper. So I'm going to click on the Action button. So here's the form that I'm going to populate. It could be any form, it's completely customizable, and we can also edit this form in Excel if we wanted to. I'm going to run the digital pen and paper app, and because this form has got 5 results, I'm going to use a special data collection form that allows me to collect 5 results. First of all, I want to filter the form, and I can filter it by feature or characteristic number, but for this example I'm actually going to filter by operation number. So I've got the first 3 characteristics linked to operation 20. I'm going to set the number of results per feature to 5 and do a quick preview. As I say, this form for data collection is completely customizable, so we can tweak that to whatever you need. So I've generated the data to the laser printer, and once that's printed out I'm going to go and collect the paper, and I'm going to start writing the results in. So here's the sheet that's just come off the laser printer. I've undocked the pen and now I'm going to start writing results on the sheet. You'll notice I'm ticking the box to indicate that it's a pass result. Obviously I'd put a cross in the other box if it was an out of tolerance. If I wrote a result that was out of tolerance but I ticked pass, then it would automatically reject that result. So it knows what the requirement is, and you'll notice that in the background of the paper it's like a very faint grey background, and that's actually a special pattern of dots that the digital pen is picking up on. So the digital pen knows that I'm writing on the manufacturing process reference 2325002, and you can see there I'm actually also capturing the gauge number that I used, and I'm writing some text, and I'm putting my initial next to the results that I'm collecting. I've not wrote all the results in for the first requirement. I've wrote all the results for the second requirement, and I'm just writing the results across here on the third requirement. Now on this last one I'm going to write an out of tolerance result. Now if I ticked pass it would reject it, but I'm actually going to tick or put a cross in to say it's fail. So it will import the results in and it'll indicate that it's out of tolerance by turning red, so it's very clear to the user. Just going to pop my initial onto each of those other line items, and now I'm docking the pen in the holder. Now that USB holder is connected to the computer, and that can be plugged in on any computer, and we're using Pen Pusher to push the data back to the machine that's running the Visual IPI software. So the data's now been sent. I'm back on the desktop and I'm going to import that data in. It doesn't have to be connected to the same computer as per my demonstration, and there you can see the digital data, and we also get sort of an analog overview of that data as well, and if you just do a quick comparison, maybe pause the video, you can see how all the data has been converted over into the report. So I'm pressing the import button now, and I've actually imported it into my database. I could send it to the customer, and if I wanted to, and obviously I can import it into the form as well. And there's the data again, just displayed. I'll just bring the PDF across there so you can do a quick comparison of the data that we've got going in there. Now, of course, the data can be pushed into any type of form, and I'm just giving you this example here where I've modified an AS9102 form 3 to 5 results. But here I've got an Excel sheet where I'm pushing, I'd actually set characteristic 1 as a key characteristic, and I'm pushing that data onto an SPC chart. You could have multiple characteristics that you're collecting data for, and that's the demo.